Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Silverfang, and today I'm back with another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Abigail Williams. Now, I think this video is on her lore. I don't know too much about her, but you guys have been hyping her up so freaking much that I just had to go try her out in Fake Grand Order. So I found somebody that had her as a support, and I tried using her. And I gotta say, her attack sequence is pretty freaking crazy. Her attack sequence is amazing. And then her Noble Phantasm, I don't understand what is happening, but it's crazy. It looks amazing. So like her attack sequence looks so freaking awesome. And a few things that I noticed while using her was that number one, like she opened portals. I'm not sure if there's a limit to how many portals she can open, but she opens freaking portals and like freaking tentacles start hitting the opponent out of nowhere. Then um, then her Noble Phantasm is crazy. It's way too crazy. Like uh, you got the same tentacles, and then at the end there's like a key in her forehead. I'm not sure, but it looks freaking crazy. So like, let's watch this video. I want to see what's up with her. I'm actually, when I went to use her, I have never used her before. It was the first time. So when I went to use her, I was like, oh wow, I'm freaking intrigued now. So yeah, I'm pretty intrigued about Abigail Williams. So before we get started, please hit that like button. It'll really help me out a lot. If you like this video, at the end, please subscribe. It'll really help me out a lot as well. But please hit that like button. It'll help my video reach more people, and it'll help my channel a lot. So please don't forget, hit the like button. That'll be awesome. And thank you so much ahead of time. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video.
Abigail is a figure that's subject to a lot of mystery. She was a centerpiece to the Salem witch trials, but we don't know too much more about her outside
Okay.
of what happened during these cases. At
So
the
is she a
time,
witch?
Abigail was 12 years old, living with her uncle, Reverend Paris, his daughter Betty, and his two slaves. And since it seemed as if Abigail had spiraled out of practically nowhere, it's often speculated that she was an orphan that he took under his wing due to the death of her parents. The first incidents began when some girls tried to mess around with the supernatural Venus glass technique. The technique involved dropping egg whites into a glass of water, and whatever the egg whites took shape of would tell them about their future husbands. The girls went along with this foolery, and after seeing a coffin appear from the egg whites, Abigail and her cousin Betty started to experience strange pains across their entire body. They started to scream, throw stuff across the room, chant strange noises, crawl under the bed, contort their body into weird positions. You can imagine how crazy this sounds. Uncle Paris was on the case. About a month later, he called Dr. Griggs out to his crib to see if they could identify the problem. All right, Doc, hit me. How bad is it? Well, for starters, I'ma just say it seems like they're cursed. Cursed?
Oh, they were cursed.
What do you mean? What kind of curse?
From dropping an egg white into water?
I don't know what you're gonna do about it, but I'm about to hit the road. Good luck. Wait, you can't just leave. Watch me. The doctor explains that the girls have more than likely fallen under the bewitchment of the devil. The girls soon started their accusations by pointing out to 3 people that could be the reason that they were behaving this way. One of these alleged criminals being Paris's slave, Tituba. Now, Paris didn't know this at the time, but his neighbor told Tituba and her husband that they should bake a witch cake. This meant that they needed to mix the urine of the children that were afflicted with rye and ashes, bake it, then feed it to a dog to see how it reacts. If the dog starts to act a little strange, then the girls are telling the truth. If not, then there must be something else going on. Paris was already under fire from the community, who no longer wanted to pay out his wages for being a reverend. When he found out that Tituba made that witch cake, he was furious. He can't have anything else going on in his household while he's already at odds with the village, so he
Yo,
decides to beat the confession out of Tituba,
this
whether she was the
backstory is
one that
so
truly
freaking weird.
bewitched the girls or not. On top of that, with Tituba being of Latin or African descent, Salem really didn't fuck with Tituba like that to begin with. They were waiting for her to mess up. So, upon Tituba admitting to the fact that she was a witch, there was an uproar from the community, kicking off the start of the Salem witch trials. At this point,
Wow.
Abigail started accusing everybody, with over 200 people accused, 19 of which being executed at the gallows, and one man having his entire body crushed under a block of stone.
Oh
You
my
even had
god.
people dying just waiting to be judged because the conditions in the cells were that bad. And with people being accused in the village left and right, this created a mass amount of hysteria among their people, to the point where you really couldn't trust anybody.
That's
Eventually, the
crazy.
ministers from their community went up against these trials, saying that it would be better if 10 witches got away as opposed to one person dying for no reason at all. Once the witch trials were over, Paris lost his position as reverend due to his involvement with Abigail and left the village altogether, something he was afraid of the entire time. The location of Abigail after the trials are unknown. Her gravesite is unknown, and it's often said that Paris got rid of her to protect himself. This is all just a small piece to the bigger puzzle.
Actually, I've actually been to Salem, and they have like shops, like gift shops, where you get like that they're basically themed after like witch stuff. Like you'll go in there and then they'll have uh like the hats. They'll have like little talismans that you can buy. Um, I entered this one gift shop. Like it's crazy. It was, I don't know if that stuff. 'Cause I don't know anything about witchcraft. I don't know if the stuff they sell in there can actually be used for witchcraft. But like I don't even know if witchcraft is a real thing. But I've been there before, and it's crazy. They have like themed shops after like witches and stuff. Like it's crazy. Like after everything that happened in the Salem witch trials, where so many people were killed and uh, people were burned alive and whatnot. Like Salem still, I think they even have like this festival of like uh, where it's like witch themed. I wasn't there for the festival itself, but I have a cousin that lives over there, and well, she doesn't live in Salem. She lives close to Salem. I think the place is called Lynn. Lynn, I think it is. I don't remember exactly. Um, but yeah, like she lives close by, and I think they have like this festival that they do every year, like it's witch themed. But the city is like I wouldn't call it a city. It's nothing like New York or so per se, but it is a nice little town. Like um they got a nice restaurant, so it's pretty cool. And again, like you have like a whole bunch of like witch themed stuff in there. So if you ever get a chance, just pass by. It's pretty cool. It's not bad. And they have like in the streets like a lot of like historical stuff. Um, like for example, I live in PA, and like here, like in the park, they'll have like a tank or something like in a park, like as a historical whatever. Uh, they have that like that over there. Like they have like stones that are supposed to be uh, whatever. So it's pretty cool. Like if you like history, you should definitely like go visit Salem. It's not bad. So yeah.
In grand order, Abigail was never raised by Uncle Paris. In his place, she was nurtured by Rom, one of the demon pillars that went rogue against Goetia's plan for salvation. During the game, the Salem that she was raised in isn't the real Salem, but a specific Salem combined with an array of people from the village over different periods of time. This is why you see people
Okay.
like Matthew Hawkins, who showed up despite him dying before Abigail's supposed birth. We also find out that Abigail is a pseudo-servant created by Rom as well. Now, if you've played Hollow
Okay.
Ataraxia, you should already be familiar with the concept, but the events that took place in this fake Salem were in a temporal loop, which means that every couple of days, the circumstances that took place in the village kept starting over until Abigail was apt enough for Rom to acquire what he really wanted. His main goal being to bring in an alien from outside of our universe, Sut Typhon. This alien
wait, so
is
is that
also
the alien that she...
to be the same being
See, now
from
we're getting
H.P.
somewhere.
Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. With Abigail being in the foreigner class, she was able to consume the madness and live to tell about it, making her the most fit candidate for the job. Rom was aware of this, and in a ritual-like fashion, he pushed a number of sins committed by the village onto Abigail, since her entire being was meant to be a representation of the wishes of the masses, which means that she had to take on those sins. By the sixth sin, her inverse companion, Lavanya, had been killed. There was no reason for Abigail to hold on to her humanity any longer. She became the key to the outside universe, and the gateway to our world opened up via the keyhole in her forehead. Preying on Abigail's sins, Sut Typhon's eye started to form
Let's take that back.
outside
Let me think if I heard that
those
right.
sins. By the sixth sin, her inverse companion, Lavanya, had been killed. There was no reason for Abigail to hold on to her humanity any longer. She became the key to the outside universe, and the gateway to our world opened up via the keyhole in her forehead. Preying on Abigail's sins, Sut Typhon's eye started to form through this gateway, along with his tentacles coming out of the side of her body. And while she did still have some control, this was just enough access for Rom to carry out the rest of his plan. To continue Goetia's mission through brute force of pain against all sinners.
That's so freaking cool.
There's no man on this earth that hasn't sinned. This gives Sut Typhon the free reign to destroy everybody. Luckily for us, Sheba and Cersei were able to suppress this being from completely taking over and put an end to all of the madness. That about wraps it up. I don't want to dump off too much information right here because there are more foreigners and there are more things concerning Abigail's ties to the Cthulhu mythos, including things such as the true identity of Randolph Carter. Like the video so we can get this trending. Let me know what you guys think.
That's pretty freaking cool.
And follow me on Twitter at SiaIV for updates on the content. It is your boy Sia. I'm out.
Looking at popular colored faces.
Yo, that's pretty freaking cool, man. Like, Abigail is freaking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, her lore was a little complicated at first. Like, it wasn't complicated. It was just like it was running for a little bit too long. Like her childhood and whatnot. Like all that time between. It started getting interesting. Like after she stopped, well, not stopped, like after the accusing people part, and then she started taking on her sins. That's what it got interesting. I don't know if that's really like the real lore behind her, or if it's like the fate, because like fate changes the lore just a little bit. Of real historical figures, like they changed the lore a bit, so I don't know if that is what is said to have happened, like the sins part. I know the alien thing is definitely fate putting their 2 cents in there, but I don't know like if the taking on her sins part, like if that was a real thing, because you would not believe the stuff that happened during the Salem witch trials. So basically, like after that, like, yo, it got freaking super interesting. Like it's crazy how it went from like a little girl who's living in this village to summoning a freaking octopus freaking alien, bro. Like and becoming like the key to the unit to like the gateway to the unit. Oh my god, that's freaking interesting. The lore is freaking awesome. I'm gonna see if I can find a video like on her skills, because but as I said in the beginning, like her attack patterns, I love them. Like they're freaking awesome. I didn't know she was gonna be that cool, to be honest. Like she's freaking cool, bro. Like it's crazy. Like Type Moon has this like these things that they do. Like they will make the historical figures that you won't think are that big of a deal and make them freaking amazing, and then the people that you would actually think are freaking awesome, they'll go ahead and play them down like a lot. So yeah, like the person that you would least expect to be cool is freaking amazing. So yeah, like that was some interesting lore, man. Like I'm gonna check if I can find a video on his skills, because next up we have to do the Gilgamesh versus the world video, the Gilgamesh versus Abigail part, and I want to see if I can find a video on her skills first. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you like the video, if you like my reaction to her lore, please hit the like button again. Please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And as I always say, have a nice day. Catch you guys in the next one.